Donald Trump just had a disastrous press conference in North Dakota. His teleprompter broke during his speech, so he was wandering all over the place and just was completely out of control. Let me show you what went down. This is where the teleprompters broke, and he really couldn't even read what was being scrolled on these broken prompters. Watch for yourself what went down.
At his door, the man threatened to kill him. He said, "I'm going to kill Roosevelt." And he declared that I've come over to see what you want to begin with. And how do you want to begin the killing? He said, how do you want to begin? I'm right here in front of you. How do you want to begin the killing? That's a little different kind of a guy.
Then as he was struggling to read what was on the broken teleprompters, he said that his two beautiful sons that are sitting there should be involved in a threesome together. Here, play this clip.
The call of duty. Now, as I see my two beautiful sons sitting there, I think I'm going to give one to myself, one to them, and we'll have a threesome, okay? I'll pick out one of the two. I'll give them the Congressional Medal of Honor for something, for their genius at hunting. And I'll get one for taking on Russia, or something. And we'll have a third pair. No, I'm only kidding.
Then he kept on whining and complaining that the teleprompters weren't working. You can watch here for yourself what went down. Let's play it.
And number 4, I have 2 teleprompters that aren't working, and here I stand.
Then again, as the teleprompters continued to break down, he said that he would be giving a speech on July 4th that would last so long in 170-degree heat. And he said he wants to make sure his speech is extra long so that all the people who were there in Washington, D.C. for his July 4th speech have to see that he can handle 170 degrees in D.C. And then the fireworks may take place at around 11 so that the people will have to stay there in the heat all day. And the mayor has given a health warning as a result of all of this. Let's play this clip.
And this week, we look back on 250 years of glorious freedom, and we took so much time and so much effort. And by the way, on July 4th, it's going to be approximately 107 degrees out. And I'm going to go and I'm going to make a really long speech just to show that I can do anything. It's going to be 107.
Then Donald Trump said that he was not sure if he should be visiting and doing this speech in North Dakota, where he was there at the opening of the Teddy Roosevelt Center over there. By the way, the people behind him are dressed as the Rough Riders. And it's a very small attended event as well. And he goes, I told Doug Burgum, should I really even show up here to North Dakota? Because I'm currently prosecuting a war that's going very, very well, he says. He's prosecuting the war right now against Iran. So first off, again, he's calling it a war while there is this ceasefire and this memorandum of understanding. He currently said right now, I'm prosecuting the war. You could hear for yourself what he has to say. And he said, but yeah, I decided I would speak in front of all of you to grace you with my presence. Here, let's play this clip.
Doug said you could come in. I'm prosecuting a war, which we're winning very easily, by the way. But I said, Doug, let's fly in. We'll do 10, 15 minutes. I know I'm going to love it. And then I'll get out. Oh, absolutely, sir. So then time comes. He got me making speeches. I was over there 2 hours. I know more about that museum than the people that built it. But that's okay, because they did a very good job. I can report that they did a really good job.
Then Donald Trump brags about how he spoke with an AI Teddy Roosevelt, and he describes a conversation where he asked Teddy Roosevelt, AI version, about how it was so unfortunate that Democrats gave the Panama Canal away to Panama for $1. This is what he's saying in front of this crowd in North Dakota. Let's play this clip.
Well, I even had a conversation with Theodore Roosevelt. I said, what did you think about the Panama Canal? Do you consider that your greatest achievement? How do you feel about the fact that the Democrats gave the Panama Canal away to Panama for $1? He built the Panama Canal, preceded really by a man who was actually, he was the tariff king, William McKinley. He was the president, and they took his name off Mount McKinley, and I put it back on because it deserved it. Put it back on. But
then he starts repeating random numbers, and he goes 43443 fourth. You can listen to yourself. Let's play it.
And 4-3, thank you. Fourth, Theodore Roosevelt believed in an America that thinks big. He thought big. He was a...
Then he said that we got rid of the algae in the reflecting pool, and he said they, the Democrats, put algae in the water. They put the algae. They planted the algae. As one account notes, oh my God, now he's lying and saying people put algae in the reflecting pool. He's delusional. All right, where are the criminal charges? Where are the indictments of the alleged vandals who have sliced the reflecting pool and are now pouring algae in? Oh, wait, he's just lying about everything. Play this clip.
And he was unable to do it. But we did it, and it works beautifully. It's a beautiful, we got rid of the algae, which they put in. They put in algae. Who the hell put in algae? They had a couple of people with signs, protect the algae. Can you believe this? This world has gone crazy.
And I think the thing also is that if he's willing to lie about this, he's just going to lie about everything. And the lies are so deranged about the algae and the reflecting pool. Just think about when he lies about the war crimes he commits in Iran, where he killed 168 little girls in Manab, the war crimes he's engaged in across the world, the false justifications, the pretext, the lies to get us into these catastrophic and unlawful wars. Then Donald Trump just starts saying, all these people who are running for election against MAGA, they're losers. We're going to teach losers a lesson. Here, play this clip.
The press is just building them up. They're losers, okay? They're nasty people, but they're losers. We'll teach them. We're going to teach them. They're not going to hurt our country. Without courage.
He then says that anybody who's running against the MAGA Republicans are communists, and the communists are bigger threats in our country right now than 9/11. He said that the communists are out there doing worse things right now in the country than 9/11, he says. Watch for yourself. Play this clip.
It was wonderful. As we're seeing now, communism is the greatest threat to our country, including, I believe this, when I said it, I said, boy, that's pretty severe, but I think it's true. It's the biggest threat to our country, including World War I, World War II, Pearl Harbor, September 11th. I think it's a bigger threat, potentially a bigger threat than that, because it's like a cancer that spreads, and you better stop it fast.
Then he goes on and tells some bizarre story about wiping hands on flags, and do you hear that communist people and this disgusting pig lady, she didn't use the word hand. They said hand, but she used another word to touch the flag. Why would she do that? What? Here, play this clip.
And we don't wipe our hands on a flag. Did you hear the person? One of our communist people. But they cleaned it up. The press cleaned that statement up. You know that, right? She didn't use the word hands. She used a different word, a disgusting word. They're disgusting pigs. She didn't use the word hand. They said hand. She used another word. You know what word I'm talking about. These people are a disgrace. That's why Theodore Roosevelt boldly fought for what he called the new nationalism. The word nationalism is a very interesting.
But I know while people may be saying things are tough right now, but the best is yet to come. Just you wait. You'll see. Things are amazing. We're in a golden age now, so don't listen to people saying things are bad. But the best is yet to come. Play this.
Something that I can truly say, I believe, the best is yet to come. It's going to be coming, and it's here, but it's coming at speeds that nobody thought possible. Finally, Theodore Roosevelt.
And that's the thing with Trump and all of these MAGA con artists. It's always hope is right around the corner. Next quarter, it's going to be great. You're about to get rich. The best is yet to come. Just wait. We're almost there. It's going to be great on day one. No, not day one. It's going to be great at the end of 2025. Not the end. The first quarter of 2020. That's when we're building. We're building the banquet. We set the stage. Now's the banquet. 2027. It's going to be great. And then what do they say when they fail and they destroy everything? The communists did it. The Democrats did it. They're the ones. I was so close to making you all rich, and it wasn't my fault. I was going to deliver for you, but they did it. It's Dr. Fauci's fault. It's the Democrats. It's new scum. It's this person. It's an. That's their plan with everything. And then he goes in this bizarre speech and he brags about how CBS broadcast the UFC fight and it had the highest ratings ever on CBS. It wasn't on CBS. It was on Paramount Plus. People had to pay for a subscription to watch a deranged event. Let's play it.
This was one of the highest rated fights in history. It was on CBS National on a Sunday night, not a Saturday night. Saturday nights are called Death Valley for television. I know a lot about ratings. But Sunday night's very good, and it was broadcast on CBS, a network, and it got among the highest ratings any fight has ever gotten.
Then he goes on to say how he really likes the word nationalism. Let's play it.
Roosevelt boldly fought for what he called the new nationalism. The word nationalism is a very interesting word. Putting the needs of the whole nation and all of these people above partisanship, lobbyists, crooked politicians. This is one thing with these guys. They are honest as hell.
Then he goes on to talk about how he said, the Panama Canal, we shouldn't have given it up. He goes, but we'll get it back. He says, we did a good job in Venezuela. Everyone sees how great people are doing in Venezuela, how great they're doing. There was just 2 earthquakes, by the way. And I think people need to be looking into the fracking and the drilling taking place there to see if there are connections there because of the situation, how rare it is that you would see kind of a back-to-back earthquake, like that. But in any event, Donald Trump is backing Delcy Rodriguez, the authoritarian regime there. Anyway, listen to it for yourself. Let's play it.
It opened, and from day one, it was very successful. And we gave it away. We gave it away. It was the most expensive thing we ever built, and it was also the most profitable thing we ever built. That's a nice combination. A little bit like Venezuela. We did a good job in Venezuela. And we're actually doing equally as well with the Islamic Republic of Iran. Maybe you've heard of it. But think of it, the Panama Canal, so we gave it away. The first thing they did, you know what they did? They raised the prices for the ships by 4 times. And they didn't lose one ship. And then they raised it again twice. And they didn't lose one ship. All they did is make tremendous amounts of money for years and years. How stupid was that? And now China is trying to take over the Panama Canal, and we're not going to let that happen, okay?
Then Donald Trump, of course, as he starts to conclude the speech, attacks former President Biden because it isn't a Donald Trump speech. If he doesn't obsess over Obama and Biden, you can hear for yourself. Let's play it.
But he said, 1 year ago, during the Biden, Sleepy Joe, during the Biden administration, he said, 1 year ago, your country was dead. We gave up on your country. They were looking at China. They were looking at others to protect them. They were looking at other countries.
And then Donald Trump says one of the things he likes about Teddy Roosevelt is that he was wild and he never wanted to listen to his doctor. That's how Trump concludes the speech. Let's play it.
And have a very quiet life. You have to be nice and easy. And he did just the opposite. He had a freaking wild life, right? He was wild. He just didn't want to take that. He didn't want to listen to his doctor. He didn't want to be quiet. He wanted to be great. He actually wanted to be great, and that's what he turned out to be. Young Theodore replied, Doctor, I'm going to do all the things that you tell me not to do, and I've got to live the sort of life that you've described. I don't care how short it is. I just want to live my life the way I want to live my life. It was great. I mean, who would say that?
There you have it, folks. Let me know what you think. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 7 million subscribers. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Want to stay plugged in? Become a subscriber to our Substack at MeidasPlus.com. You'll get daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, ad-free episodes of our podcast, and more exclusive content only available at MeidasPlus.com.